and welcome to tonight's episode of Expedition Dogman. My name's Jamie, and I will be your host for this evening. Just a little bit of admin before we start. I've noticed that over 70% of you are still not subscribed to this channel. Please do hit the subscription button below, and also, please do watch till the end, because this tonight is going to be a very fascinating episode. Now, on to tonight's episode in question. Dogmen, are they actually ETs? Well, yes and no. Some people believe that they are, but others don't. But what do I think? Well, like I've said before, I do believe that dogmen and Bigfoot are actually the native beings of this planet. But aliens do have something to do with this. There is an alien species out there known as the Anunnaki, and I'm going to do a special video just on them in the coming weeks. Now, as we all are hopefully aware, the Anunnaki are an ancient alien race that visited Earth over 5 million years ago. And if we look into Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, you have the ape theory. But what's strange about this is that there's bits missing. If you look at an image of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, you will notice that certain parts are missing. And this all goes down to how we look now. And how did they get us to look like we do now? Well, Bigfoot and dogmen are the native species of this planet. And what they did was they spliced some genetics off them, spliced some genetics off themselves, and walla bing bang, you have what's known as a human being. Now, as we understand that, why are dogmen related to ETs? Well, some people also believe that dogmen and Bigfoot were put on this planet to coincide with human beings, to see how they would react. Others believe that it's actually the opposite way around, and that dogmen were put here with humans. Now, do I believe that to be the case? No. Do I believe that humans are actually aliens? Yes. There is actually plausible proof of this. If you look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs, for example, you will notice UFOs and dog-headed creatures interacting with each other. Also, looking at this in a bit more detail, it's a bit strange when you look at all the creatures on this planet that none of the rest of them are hybrids. Some people believe that the governments know all about this. Well, yes, they do. The government know the truth. Now, if we look at a dogman, it can run around, as I've said before, on its hind legs and its lower legs, and also on all fours. So, if we look at that, then are they actually alien? Some people believe that these creatures, well, that humans were kidnapped by aliens and that canines were kidnapped by aliens. Putting both together, you get what's known as a dogman. But do I believe this to be the case? No. Because if you look back into ancient history, and Egypt in particular, you've got the ancient god Anubis. And Anubis is a half dog, half man creature. And also, if you look at it this way, people believe that the Egyptian gods were actually aliens that visited this planet. So, does that actually mean then that the Anunnaki have nothing to do with this? It's all plausible theories, and at the moment, that's all it is. Because if we look back through history, the true history of this planet has been hidden from us. So we cannot truly answer these questions. I'd love to be able to. I'd love to be able to turn around and say one way or another whether dogmen are actually the native beings of this planet or not. But for now, it all comes down to personal choice. But what do I believe? Well, personally, like I've said at the beginning of this episode, dogmen are the native beings of this planet. They share it alongside Bigfoot. And then the Anunnaki came. And the Anunnaki, well, they wanted a slave race. So what did they do? They decided to create us in their image. Now, if you look at this, the word Elohim, which is actually in the old Hebrew Bible in its original language. And the word Elohim means the gods made us let's create man in our image. Now, why would it be plural? For the simple fact there is more than one. So let's look at it through story time. Once upon a time, the Anunnaki discovered a planet known as Earth. Now, on Earth, you had several creatures of ape-like origin, and also canine creatures that could walk around on their hind legs. So they decided, well, we need a slave race because we want the gold and all the minerals from this planet. So let's splice DNA from ourselves and from the natives of this planet, and let's put them together. There you go. Created man in our image. Dogmen have been here since the beginning of time, and we will look more on this next week. So stay tuned until then. Be aware of the howl and look in next week as we look at the concluding part of this, hopefully with a special guest, and hopefully next week as well we will be live streaming. So until then, good night, but don't go to the woods alone.